Hello, world.
Goodbye.
Hello, nurse.
Hello.
Nurse.
Goodbye.
Bonjour.
How is your family? Bonjour. Good day. How is your wife?
Auf Wiedersehen,
I
goodbye.
I see.
That was the other one. I was like, what
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to the Villains Talk Show and Podcast. I am one of your hosts, C4, along with the elusive gentleman, the greasy boy, and Insaniac. And we are your many hosts of the Villains Talk Show. We're here every Wednesday at 9:30 Pacific, and we also do Two Shot Fridays at 9:30 Pacific. We give a shout out to our two Patreons, Rouge Hala and For the Wheel, and to all our followers on Twitch and YouTube. One day I should just get a list and name you all. I have actually a small list here. But quick shout outs to Xander Fell, Sam Cloud, Miss Crookshank, Vanderwheel, Marzican, Dempsfan, Ronan Uchakris, Tailgate Lingus, Ishpek, and Unwritten Lore. Oh man, there's so many. But yeah, if you want to help or support the channel, we have a link tree in the description, as well as Panda Button. If you've listened to us long enough, you should know what that means.
Yeah, Panda button.
Which I still have not successfully installed anywhere, so you can actually click a panda, but it will happen one day. There will be a panda that shows up when I say Panda Button.
A half black and half white button you can just press.
Yes, the perfect duality of yin and yang.
Okay.
So today we are talking about, as you can see down in the description below.
We're talking about dinosaurs.
Yeah.
You're talking about all the dinosaurs.
Are volcanoes and coconut mammals real?
Yes.
Does anyone quickly grab that link that I posted in the chat and put it on
What about the one I posted in the other chat?
No, not I want you to post it from our personal chat into that chat.
Yeah, well, what if I want to post the one that I posted in the other chat that you stole and posted in our chat?
That one works. That's the exact one I want.
Things and stuff.
But what it is today we're talking about, are volcanoes and or coconuts mammals?
Yes. Great show, everyone.
Man.
So the reason I brought this up, because the answer obviously is no, but
The answer is yes.
what makes it fun is I thought the way you classify mammalia was through the behaviors they exhibit, but that is actually obscenely wrong. I found out, and that's what we're gonna go into today. Is why aren't volcanoes and coconuts mammals?
These things. Yeah, this is the question I had on my mind clearly all day, not just a few moments ago.
What? I posted it, and you could have read it.
It was clearly racking my mind this entire time.
Well, hilarity is I brought this up at work and everybody just started laughing.
I bet.
It's just like how peppers are mammals.
I would too.
Because the answer is so simple.
Yes, the answer is yes. Coconuts and volcanoes are mammals.
And why are they mammals?
Because they produce milk and grow fur. Both of them do. Have you never had volcano milk?
No, I actually know what the milk one wasn't what I was going to say. Is the fur.
My mind.
You've never seen volcano fur?
No, I
They grow
would.
beards and full on.
It's actually a curse to remove volcano fur from Hawaii. It's Pele's hair.
Yep.
No.
And
Yes.
They so
Proof.
the Tourism Board of Hawaii
I want
gets
proof.
like several thousand packages a year mailed back to them with this volcano hair in it, because people believe this curse, and they swear by the fact that once they took that off the island, their lives were like miserably worse. That's a thing you can actually look up. The Curse of Pele, I believe they call it. The Hawaiian volcano goddess.
Yep.
What? No.
Here you go.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I like your disbelief.
Yeah.
You're the only one so disbelieving in this. It's hilarious.
Why? Holy shit. What?
Volcano hair.
It's like a tribal version of urban legend.
Yeah.
And people swear by it. Tourists have gone there and they removed this. It's like a blonde hair substance because the air around the mouth of the volcano gets so hot it like melts rocks down and shit down to like almost like a blonde thin hair strand.
Okay.
And they say that it's a curse to remove Pele's hair from her body.
So what is it
Yeah.
actually? Let's see.
Carbon
like,
buildup.
Yeah, it's like a carbon buildup and melted rock.
Jesus.
But it's just like normal hair, which is a carbon buildup.
So you know Pokemon,
I do.
the
I know the
Diglett,
game.
the blonde Diglett.
Oh,
That's the fancy Diglett.
That's why the blonde Diglett has hair, because he lives in a mountainous, like a volcanic region.
We've just answered one of the internet's greatest mysteries. Anyone out there wondering why the blonde Diglett has hair? Because of volcano hair on Pele.
Yeah. Yeah, volcano milk and hair. It's a real thing.
Okay. So those are the two reasons why they're mammals.
Yes. And they also move on their own quite often.
And I mean, technically, like Pele was
Very
a
slowly.
volcano god, so that's as close to a person as you're gonna get.
Have you not seen that short, I Lava You, from Pixar?
What? No.
Have you not seen that volcano short from Pixar?
Do
They're very clearly alive.
do I look like someone who watches Pixar?
Yes.
That's true.
Sorry.
Oh my
So
goodness.
good.
So, what I found out is the reason you're both wrong, thank God. Because someone smarter than I did the research.
I mean, the third thing that they classify them by having ear holes with 3 bones in it.
Yeah, ear holes.
Sorry, it was Disney.
So, let's go over this. So, they actually have a list of classes on the website we posted of how they class an animal, and it's all through taxonomy, which is hilarious because it's all through just turning animals into statues. So the reason coconuts and volcanoes aren't mammals is because we can't turn them into statues, guys.
Yeah, we can.
That's the one.
So actually, though, mammals are members of a class of mammalia that are distinguished by the presence of hair follicles, mammary glands, and distinct design of their nose bones. Yeah, where are the noses on those?
Coconuts have nose bones.
Oh yeah, where?
You know those holes? Those are the nose bones.
You know what?
Ear hole is
Let-
at the
let-
top.
I hate to.
Yeah.
I hate to be the one that points out that coconut milk is actually water.
Yeah, it's actually water.
Oh yeah, but it's coconut milk at the same
I know
time.
that's why I was arguing lava is as much milk as coconut milk.
Yeah.
quote-
But there's
quote, unquote.
actual milk that comes from volcanoes. You just
okay.
can't drink it because
Sear-
it's highly toxic.
So okay, I'll take that as a nose. I'm gonna keep going through these, and you keep proving to me why the coconut belongs in this category. So if it has a nose, then does it have a spine? It needs a
Yes.
backbone, a central nervous system.
It has both of those.
Really?
That's what the palm tree is.
No, that's not a coconut.
but it's part of the coconut.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Coconuts are dead mammals. Yes.
No, the coconut is a separate organism from the coconut tree. The
Yeah.
coconut tree is the other coconut that became a tree.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And that's it giving live birth, like mammals.
Now you're just extrapolating.
So all organisms that are they're considered under the kingdom Animalia reproduce sexually, and they must ingest internal source of nutrients.
They do. Where do you think the coconut milk comes from? Water getting trapped inside it.
It's not trapped inside it.
It's not. You gotta. That's the biggest stretch so far. Because the tree will live forever. So you're not even talking about the coconut anymore. We're talking about the tree. Since you went that far, the tree has to be able to ingest nutrients
It does through the roots.
and is mobile.
And
Sorry, reproduces sexually, are mobile, and ingests nutrients. So, are the trees
Trees
mobile?
move slowly.
Really?
Yeah, slowly.
When's the last time you
For
saw a tree?
millions of years.
Man, I was gonna tell me, I'd love
Just
to
like
hear
volcanoes.
the shifting indigenous tree theory, please.
And they produce sexually, not asexually?
I mean, I can think of a couple things that reproduce asexually,
Man,
and those are all animals.
And they ingest an external source of nutrients.
Yes, they do.
What's that?
and they
There's some types of lizards that reproduce asexually.
But that doesn't... Does this do coconut trees ingest an external source of nutrients? Or do they
Yes, they
make
do.
their own nutrients?
No, they absorb it through soil.
That's
Like most
called...
trees do.
No, that's called making their own nutrients. They absorb
They
water through
absorb
soil and mix it in the chloroform of their leaves with the sunlight to make sugars that they eat. Even I know that. That is creating their nutrients. They must ingest
By
the
absorbing
nutrients.
the materials needed.
They must have a digestive system, is what
It's
it's
like
saying.
humans doing that.
Oh, really? And they poop too? I've
Yeah.
never seen tree poop.
Are you sure?
Really? Yes, I've never seen it.
yeah.
Well, it's definitely a scene to behold.
Man.
Yeah, it is really.
It's very slow and takes about 10 years. Apparently, it's really painful for the tree.
Yeah, you know, if you were as quick as I would have been like, yeah, it's that secretion you see from trees sometimes. People call it sap, but it's actually them slowly shitting themselves over 10 years.
My goodness.
Alright. So next is cellular structure.
Coconuts have cells. As do coconut trees.
Everything, every bioorganism on the planet has cells, sir.
All
Exactly.
mammals lack cellular structure to create nutrition from the consumption of sunlight, oxygen, and water.
That is not true, though, because some species do actually absorb and photosynthesize.
Name one.
Sloths.
Sloths do not photosynthesize. The algae on
They
them does.
do at the same time, though.
No, they
What?
don't.
No, they don't.
They just move very
Okay.
slowly because they eat leaves. And finally, they don't raise their young.
Yeah, you're right. Just like birds.
Only one kind of bird doesn't raise their young, and they get another kind of bird to raise their young. That's why they're
Yeah.
called cuckoos. But that being said, I like how it's taxonomy. I like how everything goes down to just cutting open plants or cutting open animals and then stuffing them.
That's taxidermy.
That's taxidermy, yeah.
Taxonomy is the
I knew
taxes,
that.
not tax. Did you?
Man,
The whole time.
bro.
I feel like there should be a disclaimer that I don't actually believe that coconuts are mammals. It's just fun to play both sides.
Great.
But yeah, I did look it up. Sloths do actually photosynthesize.
No fucking way.
Yep, they do.
You know what? Let's just turn this into the fun animal facts video. I mean, because I've been watching tons of animal
I've been
facts.
wanting to do this for a while.
I've been watching lots of animal facts lately, to be honest.
Me too.
So I know quite a bit, and we might as well bring up some fun ass animal facts since we're on the topic.
Platypi sweat milk.
Right out of the gate. You keep going with that one. I need a drink after that.
Platypi also lay eggs.
Everyone knows that.
Sloths aren't stupid enough to mistake their arms for branches.
I would hope so.
There's a fish in the Amazon that swims up urethras when you pee.
Well, everyone knows that. We gotta go weird, like, obscure ones. Like, okay. I got some good ones. I just gotta think back to my Casual Geographic. Shout out to him, even though he has millions of views. Yeah. Let's see. My favorite one.
Snails can sleep for up to 3 years.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. I'd be able to sleep for 3 years. You're fucking amazing, actually. Oh, dude. Okay, here's a crazy one. What animal do you think? And we'll let people in the chat answer this too. What animal do you think has the highest hunting percentage in Africa?
Hunting percentage?
Like kill percentage.
I know the answer, but I don't want to say it so other people can guess.
Where?
In Africa. What animal, most of
Elephant.
the time, when it goes hunting, gets its food?
Oh, when it goes hunting. Oh, there's a type of like coyote or dog that's out there. That's like really effective. I normally you'd like to think lions, but I feel like lions get overplayed a little bit. Like not hyenas. Maybe it's hyenas.
Hyenas are close. They're really close. Yeah. They have a really high kill percentage, but no, this one's slightly higher.
I think I know what it is.
They're really cute.
It's a hippopotamus.
No, they're African wild dogs.
Oh, that was my third guess.
That's what it was, exactly. I couldn't think of what it was. But
they have these really big, cute ears. And they hunt in packs of 30, and they just murder things. Little murder dogs.
Yeah, that's one thing a lot of people are like hugely afraid of when they come out. Like you see some like people that are from Africa that live like over in like Canada here. I've known people that have been like terrified. Like they walk way away whenever I've had a dog with me. They're so afraid. And I don't blame them, but I mean, I also feel bad. It's like my dog's pretty chill, you know. But I understand the reason to be terrified.
Dogs were not a good thing.
Well, they're meant to hunt. That's what most of them are bred for, right?
What about pugs? Pugs are not meant to hunt.
Well, no, they were bred.
That makes sense.
They're meant to live eternal lives of pain and suffrage.
That's kind of
They're
sad.
bred to be emotional support.
It is.
I
They're in
thought that's.
constant pain because of their face.
Are they?
Yeah, they're bred.
Yeah,
Yeah, their face isn't structured properly.
that's why most pugs
sad.
have breathing problems too.
Yeah, well, that's why they sound so like nasally when they breathe.
That's sad. It's like British bulldogs.
Yeah,
Will
same
always
thing.
will always have eventually have like upper leg, like the front two legs will eventually have problems because of the way they're bred.
Yeah, just certain breeds of dogs are kind of like they've had certain genetic issues that haven't always got worked out as time's gone on.
That's sad.
Kangaroos can't fart,
Can't fart. I mean,
and giraffes have no vocal cords
That's. I mean, why would they need them?
for screaming, like goats.
I guess.
I'd say don't they make like sounds kind of like goats or they're like nah.
Yeah, but they don't have vocal cords to do so.
Cheetahs are like the worst animal in Africa. They get bodied
Yeah,
by
because
everything.
they cheat a lot.
They get bodied by everything. All they're good is
It's
doing.
because they're cheetahs.
All they're good at doing is running fast.
Hippos account for almost 200 deaths a year.
Yeah, I hate hippos. They scare me the shit out of me.
They're beautiful.
Fucking scary ass.
Dude,
Dude, a hippo.
cows kill more people a year than sharks do.
Oh yeah,
I mean, that makes just sense. But like,
Cattle too.
dude, a hippo can outrun you. It doesn't even need to outswim you. They don't swim. They run on the fucking bottom.
yeah.
they just fucking chase you down.
Nearly 3% of the ice in Antarctica is penguin urine.
Is a what?
Nearly 3% of the ice in glaciers in Antarctica
Okay.
is penguin urine.
It's that last word.
Pee, penguin pee.
I mean, it makes sense. It's the only place they exist.
That's not true. Some live in California.
Yeah, there are penguins. There are penguins in other islands as well. And I think there are colonies like there's like very small colonies in them, like very small.
I don't think there's any in the. I don't think there's any in the North Arctic, because the polar bear would
Pretty sure.
just body
Yeah,
it.
well, that's what I mean. I'm pretty sure I've heard of like a few small, like protective kind of like ones out there, but I don't think I've heard of any. I'm pretty sure there's none like wild in general up there. at all.
Fucking imagine.
There also
dropping-
used to be an 6'8" penguin.
That's cool. You imagine if you wanted to
Yeah.
be a dick, you drop you want to save the polar bears, but be a dick at the same time. Drop 100 polar bears in Antarctica. They would body all the penguins.
I would just wipe out.
Oh,
the
yeah.
penguins.
Just
Wombats
And you'd have
poop
this
cubes as well.
Of, like sea lions, and then the polar bears that would also be on there would also fucking die.
But the polar bears would hunt the sea lions. And they would hunt the killer whales, because polar bears and killer whales, they hunt each other.
Yeah, but
Just
then-
like polar bear or not polar bears, killer
would-
whales
that would-
and meese.
that was gonna say that would then create another further like rift in what kind of ecosystem gets bred up there. It would be very like
At this point, all the
Warm up.
ecosystems blended together with globalization anyway.
not really. That's not quite.
Killer whales are one of the main predators of meese.
Killer whales
Oh,
are the
shit.
main predator of name the thing in the ocean.
Like,
Moose.
Except blue whales.
Yeah. Moose can also dive up to 20 feet and just to eat algae off the bottom.
Yeah, and they also can get attacked by a killer whale, but a moose could also beat the crap out of a killer whale.
Oh yeah, they're terrifying.
It's like, sure
They're like
you're
10 foot tall of pure muscle.
you're in the killer whale's like area, I guess. Arena
Habitat.
I don't know
Hunting
why.
zone.
So hard for me to say. You're in its hunting zone, but you're still a goddamn moose. Like, it's like zebras, man. You don't get to be a horse in the middle of Africa and be the nicest thing in the world.
Yes, you do.
It's why I've
It's like
never.
ostriches, how they don't actually bury their head.
Except ostriches are like so.
Their
big.
eyes are bigger than their brain.
They are. They get bodied by a lot of things too.
They do.
There's what are their cousins that are like super fucking dangerous?
Emus.
That's it. Those things are scary.
Or cassowaries. Cassowaries are pretty scary.
No. The scariest thing in the world are fucking Komodo dragons and fucking monitors. Let's be fair.
Monitor lizard.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Komodo dragon, yeah, for sure.
Komodo
Even
dragons.
Steve Irwin is like, we probably shouldn't hang around here for much longer. It's one of the few animals that Steve Irwin didn't get to fully pet.
Dude, those things are fucking nutty. They have venom.
They
don't
because
need
they eat decomposing flesh most of the time, and that's what causes it. It coats their breath and their tongue and fangs and everything. I like the blood spitting lizard though.
I mean, that's cool, but like, dude, it's like the one thing. Can you imagine living on a tropical isle? Like your ship crashes. You're a pirate. And you're so happy. You're like, oh, this place is beautiful. There's fresh fruit. There's not many anything. And all of a sudden you hear a bush. He's like, oh, a random pig. And out comes this fucking dinosaur.
That you die from if you get within like 20 feet of it or something like that. Because
Pretty
of the smell of its breath.
Pretty much.
Koalas have human-like fingerprint structures. And most of the time, like in Australia, if a koala's been anywhere near the building, they have to reevaluate the entire crime scene. Because of how close koala fingerprints are to human fingerprints.
That's like, so what I'm hearing right now is that's the ultimate distraction to bring to any crime you commit in Australia.
Koalas. An army of koalas.
You have to bring a crime koala. So that way,
A crime koala?
you unleash the koala, so that way it's just distraction. Just it does whatever it does and you leave.
That's so great, the crime koala.
Bring Detective Henry. It's this
Koala
little koala
crime.
with a fucking detective's vest and hat, and smoking a cigarette. Ugh, seen too many of this. Mob uses poor koalas on the street, gets them hooked to smack, makes them call for murder crimes. They're not even supposed to be here.
Sadly, they also 90% of them have chlamydia.
That's just Australia. If it doesn't try to kill you, it's not from Australia.
You just pick
That's
up a koala,
true.
just leave it in some random place.
Here's a question.
Owls don't have eyeballs.
Find me the insect and or animal that lives in Australia that does not try to kill you and is generally friendly.
I
That's
want to say kangaroos, but I know they will drown you in a heartbeat.
exactly, and they'll kick you and they'll eat your babies. No, seriously,
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like a challenge out there, like anyone. Like, tell me, is there an animal or anything in Australia that doesn't try to kill you?
I feel like there's ground squirrels.
I'll prove it. I bet you even they have like a venomous barb that will like kill you in 8 hours or something stupid.
I'm gonna
Watch it. Watch it be like their squirrels are even deadly. I'm gonna do this too. Is there Anything
Australian groundhog.
in
Yeah.
So
Groundhog is cool.
the first thing that pops up is the lionfish, but that thing is
That thing will-
incredibly venomous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
isn't that
super
thing is
venomous.
super venomous and will kill you? Like if you, and
Yeah.
it's like, dude, those things
they
are
have
deadly.
They have groundhogs in Australia.
Yeah, it looks like Goldeen from Pokemon,
Yeah,
or like a really
Oh,
extravagant goldfish
a
with
cockatoo.
barbs on it.
Cockatoos are from Australia,
Yeah,
Are
and
they
they
really?
won't try to murder you off the bat.
yeah, groundhogs.
They're temperamental birds, though.
Yeah,
They
can
are.
be.
My mom had one. They're super temperamental. If they don't like their environment, they'll choose to die.
Bandicoots, I guess, are okay too.
The Port Jackson shark.
Sure.
a shark.
Yeah,
That's
the
so,
Port Jackson shark.
I mean,
it doesn't
so-
actually have,
there are
any
friendly
kind of-
sharks, yeah.
that's so
yeah,
Australian.
it doesn't actually eat anything,
Of course, the
but it will. Yeah, no, it won't just eat anyone.
the most the safest
Yeah.
animal in Australia. Is
It says right here,
Quokkas are okay.
the last recorded attack by a Port Jackson shark came in 2011. Its teeth didn't even break the guy's skin.
Yeah, quokkas are also pretty cool. They're usually pretty social. They're
Oh yeah,
away from most dingoes and foxes and stuff like that. Groundhogs are good. They're chill.
wombats.
okay,
Wombats,
but
yeah.
groundhogs are an endangered species. I want like a real like native species.
Tree kangaroo
Well, wombats and quokkas.
and tree kangaroos.
What the fuck's a tree kangaroo?
It's a kangaroo that lives in the trees.
They can drop on people, dude.
Yeah, but they don't
They're
actively
does that
go out of
sound
their way to
smart?
attack
they've
people.
known on that to knock people out.
How's that
so,
sound
like, a kangaroo
safe?
just jumps on somebody.
But yeah, wombats.
What's a wombat?
They poop cubes and it's
You don't know what a-
adorable.
You don't know what a wombat is?
They look very similar to a koala.
Yeah.
It's like a mouse, only fat like a pig.
Yeah,
it
it's
lives
like
underground.
It's like a shorter, chubbier koala that lives underground.
It's
Yeah.
so hard to find Australia's safest animals. There's just so many lists of the deadliest animals in Australia. It's like,
I mean, sugar gliders are also from Australia,
what the
and
hell's
they're
that
just
thing?
flying squirrels. It's a type of possum.
Such. Okay, I guess a wombat and a shooter glider, even though it has shooter in the name.
No, sugar.
Oh, sugar. Okay.
Yeah, they're just flying squirrels pretty much.
Okay.
And tree kangaroos.
What? I gotta look that up. A tree kangaroo?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, they're actually cute.
Yeah.
Holy
Just
crap.
like real kangaroos. Except
No,
not jacked.
real kangaroos are not cute. Wow, these things are actually cute.
If you ever see a kangaroo hanging out in a like shallow pond, don't get in the water with it.
Why don't I believe?
It will drown you.
Well, yeah. Why don't I believe these are from Australia? They're too cute to be from. They're from Papua New Guinea. You liar!
Which is
They're from Papua New Guinea. They're not even from Australia.
Queensland,
The one I was talking about were from Australia.
and
Wombats
and
quokkas
far
are from Australia.
northeastern Queensland, which is part of Australia.
Hilarious.
What was the other one? Wombats?
Wombats, yeah.
Yeah, they're adorable.
Yeah.
Also from Australia.
Oh my god, that is adorable. Okay.
Yeah, they're ground koalas.
Aw, that's actually so cute.
And they poop
Holy
cubes.
shit, they're huge.
They are pretty big. They like to live-
Holy fuck, they get up to 35 kilograms.
yeah.
Damn, that's a small child.
They have them at
Holy
the zoo in Calgary.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no,
Like
straight up,
legit, that's a small child.
80 pounds, man. At 80 pounds. Like, that's nutty. Aw. That's cute. I'm glad there's like
Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
one cute thing in Australia.
They're usually
they-
very for most of them not cute things.
I like tapirs though.
I like that
Tapirs
there's
are pretty cute.
I like that in most places it's like, there's only like 4 or 5 things that kill you in this country. But in Australia, there's only 4 or 5 things that are actually won't.
I'm not gonna kill you.
That will end your face.
apparently, kookaburras are pretty chill too.
You know what's even crazier is most of those things that will kill you come from above.
Yeah. Or below.
Like drop bears.
Yeah, tell that to
Most of the spiders are in the
spiders.
trees, right? The tunnel web spider is in the ground. It's one of the few that actually comes from
Oh
below.
yeah, what about all the snakes?
Well, I mean by below, I mean like
snakes?
the water.
Snakes are popular from dropping down from above.
Yeah, or you find.
Oh
them in the
yeah, what
toilet.
about all the sea creatures that'll kill you in the water? Like the blue-ringed octopus and
There's so many things.
the crocodiles.
wars.
I never heard of crocodiles jumping out of the fucking trees.
No, but that's exactly it. More will try to kill you from above than will from below.
That would be the scariest sight in my life.
But that doesn't mean your head isn't still on a swivel.
Could you imagine?
I
One
think
day,
the most important fact that we can take away from this is that elephants are really good at hiding in trees.
could you imagine one day looking up and seeing in a tree is just a bunch of crocodiles just laying in branches? I would cry. I would back away and cry.
This tree crossed.
I would cry. Be like, no, they cannot have learned to climb trees.
They've evolved.
I mean, there used to be a crocodile that can climb trees.
I would expect them to be like a gang. Like I would.
It was also like about the size of a horse.
Yeah.
Are you sure it was a croc
ran.
or it was an alligator?
I'm pretty sure it was a crocodile.
Or it wasn't 2 guys in an alligator suit?
No. This is like a prehistoric creature.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's known as the running alligator or running crocodile.
Yeah, there also
It had
used to
legs about the size of a horse.
There also used to be like giant sloths.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, there used to be a lot more like larger creatures
They dug a lot of tunnels.
back in the days.
You want to see a scary video? Search up a video of a coconut crab killing a bird. Coconut crabs get to
Coconut
like
crabs are great.
they get like this big. They're like 2 meters long.
They're like if you've seen a mud crab in Skyrim.
On steroids. A mud crab that got growth potion and became massive.
Yeah.
Actually, no, they're about the size of an actual mud crab. If you think about how big mud crabs are. God, they're scary.
Yeah, always watch your trees for elephants.
Yeah, the bush elephants will get you every time.
No, the tree elephants.
No, but here in where we live, one thing you
Is
do
that
have to watch
common?
out the trees for are cougars. Because
Yeah.
cougars will drop out of trees.
They also like to frequent bars.
I would say though, have you seen some of the videos like of how smart these guys are? Like they know how to like
Yeah,
rallies
cougars
and
are-
shit around people. Like they've learned how to avoid people completely. If they
Mountain-
really want to.
mountain
If they're in
lions
a tree,
are-
they'll get up in the tree.
Well, mountain lions technically, from what I've heard from people and zookeepers and stuff, is they're actually like if you befriend a mountain lion, they're just like house cats in every way.
Oh, yeah, like they are
Just
They're-
like lions. Lions are the same way.
They're just house cats, but the problem is they're the good thing about a cougar is it's not a lion. It's not like 1,000 pounds of death. I think a cougar only gets up to like 150 pounds.
Yeah, it's a couple hundred. Yeah, it's not as bad. You can
But-
carry a cougar.
Problem is they're stealth, and they're all about stealth. But if you see a cougar, then you've won.
You're lucky balls, yeah.
Yeah, if you see a cougar, you win, because it will never attack you if you look at it. And you just stare at it. And
Hippos
back
can
away.
run 30 miles per hour
What can?
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
on land.
I know.
Hippos.
Yes, I know. You cannot outrun a hippo. You are dead. unless you have
Yeah.
unless you have something to get on really quick, like not even a bicycle. Like most bikes,
No,
like you can like
that's why you need an ATV or like
15
one of
at
those safari
most.
jeeps. Like,
unless
have
you
you seen some of those safari jeeps getting chased by hippos? That shit's wild, bro.
oh, it's like my worst nightmare.
They're like trampling all the trees out of the way and everything.
Whales used to have legs.
That makes sense.
Used to?
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
They were part of a species that's had split or had evolved in two different ways where like elephants, hippos, and all that came from one side or one branch, while whales and those came from the other branch.
Elephants and hippos came from one branch, and whales came from. Okay.
What are
Sadly, that's not. I'm not making that up. That's one of the big scientific theories that I've seen.
Well, that sounds like a theory then.
and what is
but-
manatees related to? I thought manatees were like from an extinct species.
They're mammals.
Well,
No, they're
No,
mammals.
they're like
but
dolphins.
No, they're not.
They're close to dolphins,
I thought they
like
were closer to-
in relation to how they are.
I thought they were closer to whales. But like, a mix between dolphins and whales would make sense.
Oh, South Park is forever.
I like
ruined.
porpoises.
Yeah. Fuck you, dolphin.
Fuck are you, whale?
Good thing we know that manatees are actually just secretly mermaids.
Right? We all know this.
Yo, but shout out to all those sailors over the hundreds and hundreds of years that always said to people that krakens were real, and people thought they were crazy.
Yeah.
And it
No,
turns
that's
out that
true.
giant sea squids that attack
Yeah.
ships is a real thing. They just
They can
thought
grow
we
up
were.
to, like,
They just thought they were whales.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
The
Uh.
likeliness to seeing one though, it's just the reason of them being at surface is odd, because they would have been like hunting.
Yeah, easy hunting. The squid looks up with its eyes that can see barely any light, and all it sees is this giant shape of a whale sitting on the surface by itself with no other whales around it. That's like the easiest pickings I've ever heard of.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, then it goes further where they have like where you see the IP picture like under the sea stuff where the megalodon fucking comes around, right? Because those if there's squid that are big enough to eat ship and shit like that whole, then they must be.
Are you doing
like,
something?
living off of a larger prey. I'm not. I think that's Jeremy.
Yeah.
Jeremy?
What?
You
You good?
good?
Your papers and stuff. Are you having your news article over there? You ready?
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, like imagine like what those sea squids would actually feed off of, right? And a lot of people theorize it was like giant sharks.
Sorry, one more time. Someone texted me.
Saying those giant squids would have to eat off something. A lot of like undersea like marine biologists believe that some of them would fight off of like giant undersea sharks, like megalodons essentially.
A lot of them eat whales.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Whales, but megalodons are also a thing because they actually did find one that had a giant fucking bite mark out of it. They only have recorded one megalodon that they have found, I'm pretty sure, or two.
No.
I'm pretty sure they have at least recorded
No,
one or
because
two.
there's not enough animalia in this. There's not enough fish in the sea to support it. Even with that, I remember
It's
seeing.
because
There are plenty of
a
fish in
creature
the
that's
sea.
Because a creature that size would eat that many fish, it would eat what is substantial to its body weight.
I remember looking this up or seeing something on this that there's what is it?
And
There's
a creature that
a
large and have the ability to rest somewhere and then come up when it needs to.
there's been theories, but they a lot like I remember seeing somewhere most scientists believe that.
I'm pretty sure, like in the last
Wow.
8 years.
Wow. Okay. Literally 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
6-year-old boy finds megalodon shark tooth on beach.
Again, I feel like there's still more before that, but that's a good part to start on. Because they
Wow, it's the
found
size of
they've
his
also
face.
they also did find a creature that like a whale, I think, that had a like a bite marks out of a shark's like teeth size for its jaw bite.
I like goblin sharks. Goblin sharks are pretty cool.
Oh, these sharks are interesting.
You just like their name.
Yes, he does.
That too. But they actually look really cool. They have a long nose.
Yeah, a megalodon wouldn't.
And
use-
it's
it wouldn't use
sensory
speed, but
function
it
thing.
would energy, and it would hunt off a creature that would match its body weight to feed itself. So it would hide inside and things like that, or other whales.
Yeah, a lot of these things are saying they went extinct because of great white sharks. Because
Oh, most likely.
Great whites
Yeah.
could out hunt.
A bunch of smaller sharks that could match out a bigger predator if there's
Yeah.
less of a number. Absolutely, that's how you have wolves that take down bears, right?
That is really cool. How like some 6-year-old found a megalodon tooth yesterday.
Yeah. If there is one existing, it's obviously been intelligent enough to avoid all these hunting prey.
No, guys, the only thing that's realistic
Or he hunts deep enough.
is
There's
that
no way we'd
there's
ever really know because there's barely like 90% of the sea that we've seen.
guys,
technically.
there's a never aging Pelagiodon or Pelagiosaurus in Loch Ness. Okay,
Yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
it exists forever.
It evades radar and everything as well. Because of the biological function of its body, it actually prevents it from being studied that way.
It's got anti-ping.
And parts of the
Right.
parts of the sea lake because parts of the seabed or the lake bed are still frozen because it's on top of a glacier, like, and it's just solid ice under some parts. That there's parts that they could hide in that we can't see because of the ice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then there's this one that I've seen, like I've actually seen pictures of it. It's like it has like a mask, but it's not a mask because it looks like a mask, but it's not a mask.
Oh my god, that's impressive. It must be true.
Narwhals are pretty cool though.
Narwhals are interesting.
Are
They're
they?
the unicorn of the sea.
They're just useful for their ivory.
They actually hunt.
Yeah,
They're like they're
with
they're-
their stabby face.
yeah. I was gonna say they're carnivorous. Well, they're omnivores.
Marlins are terrifying though. Like sailfish are terrifying.
Stingrays.
Those things shoot out of the water with their like spear-like nose and stab people.
Fish are just terrifying, really.
Not really.
Not really.
Just sailfish
No, because
and man of war jellyfish.
There's a lot of things
for
that can
for
kill you in this
for
world. I'm
us
worried about
for
fish.
us it's not that scary, but if anything smaller, like small enough to be eaten by a fish, should be scared of fish.
Yes,
Because fish will.
but that the same can be said for anything
I
else.
was gonna say by that sentiment, you
That's
should be afraid
true.
of anything that's technically that. Yeah, you
I
could be afraid of
guess,
a
but
lion or an
fish are
elephant
just
or-
mindless.
That explains why you're
machines.
scared of hippos.
Like there's
Mindless machines.
there's literally nothing else that can't not kill you in this planet.
It's true.
What's the difference between you and a fish then?
Even the smallest shit will kill you, man. So like, just because it can eat you doesn't mean it.
Dude,
doesn't
watching
mean-
people watching the videos of people handle blue ring octopus, knowing that a bite that they
seen-
can't even feel will kill them in 10
Yeah.
minutes.
I was
I'm
gonna
just
say,
like-
have you seen the blue fairy dragons that have recently been discovered?
Blue fairy.
They're sea slugs, right?
That's what they're called, but they're octopus. They're like finned
Oh,
octopus.
I was thinking of the sea slugs.
And they're like, yeah, something like that. Their slugs are like octopus, something like that. I think
There's a big difference between slugs and octopi.
I think they're slugs. But they're like these floating
Blue fairy dragon. Elden Ring.
I think it's like a slug. It's like a real like sea creature.
I feel like a fact that almost no one knows is that fish have gills that filter water into oxygen. Some very
Anyways,
new science came out.
I think it's the slug, yeah, the blue fairy jug. It's called the Galcus atlanticus.
Golkis Atlanticus.
It's what Gastrodon is based off of for Pokemon.
It's Kyogre. It's
It's
Kyogre.
Gastrodon.
No, it's Kyogre from Pokemon.
No,
What?
it's definitely Gastrodon.
Oh, this thing.
Yeah, those things are. I'm pretty sure they're poisonous. These things.
Blue sea dragon.
Yeah, the blue sea.
The
dragon.
sea swallow. Blah blah blah.
Albatrosses are pretty cool.
Well, you know, there's an old saying in the animal kingdom. If anything that small is trying that hard to be seen,
Yeah.
it's probably deadly. In fact,
Yeah,
it
bright
is.
colours
You could just
deadly.
say it's deadly.
Yeah.
Because if it's trying to be camouflaged, you know, there's a chance that it's, you know, not deadly. But
Oh, you know what's really cool? Mantis shrimp.
Mantis shrimp.
Mantis shrimp are pretty cool. They have a punch speed that's fast enough to like
oh, here we go.
create an air pocket and overheat the water in that one spot.
That's cool. Dude, these things you showed me, they eat manowar.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
That's why I like them.
So no wonder that they're poisonous. That's all I need to see. They eat
Yeah.
manowar.
One of those poisonous octopus, or not octopus, jellyfish.
Yeah,
like,
most poisonous.
Oversized, deadly.
Well, a
fucking
manowar
tentacle
actually isn't one
jellyfish.
jellyfish. It's a collective of jellyfish. It's multiple.
Yeah. It's like one brain or some shit, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's like a hive mind of jellyfish.
But manowar are not the most deadly.
No, they're not.
The most
No,
deadly.
you're thinking the box jellyfish is.
No, they're saying-
Yeah, the Red
pretty sure-
Death.
Yeah, it's the pretty worst.
Yeah.
one.
the Red Death.
Red tide jellyfish, the box jellyfish. Yeah, what a fucking deadly. Disgusting. I hate jellyfish. But they're good
They're
for
not
the
fun.
ocean.
Yeah, they're the ocean's filters in a sense.
No, that's algae, but pretty much.
Well,
Here it
they,
is.
They eat the algae as well.
Anyway,
One type of mantis shrimp has the punch velocity, which is the same as a
a bullet, yeah.
22 caliber rifle.
That's pretty cool. I guess we're pretty much at time. I guess we should end there. Unless anyone else has anything else
Remember.
to say.
Remember, don't handle your koalas too friendlily. And you always need a crime koala.
You always need a crime koala. Make sure you bring your crime koala every time you commit Australian misdemeanors.
Yeah. I'm sorry you all had nothing better to
Not
do.
even like-
I'm glad you spent it with us
Take a
here.
barrel.
We are the Villains of the Villains Talk Show. I am C4 with Insania, Greasy Boy, and Sir, the elusive gentleman himself. And yeah.
Here are people who
And
talk
I
like
have been C4. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for being who you are. You know who you are.
You
Except for you. Once again, you know who you are.
We call you out all the time, you beautiful person, you.
Yes, you. Catch us Fridays for the 2 shots.
We know who you are, because we are you and you are me.
Have a good night, everybody.
Love you all.
Always remember your crime koala.